Do you feel like during the pandemic, like there was more collaboration in the music industry across labels, across artists than there ever were before? That was my personal experience.
So there was a weird thing that happened. Uh, like like 50% of the more of the people just stopped working,
Yeah.
like just stopped producing because they couldn't find inspiration, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like it just like wasn't hitting them, or like they were in a weird place or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I saw like 25% to 40% were just like working super hard, and like people messaging me and asking me to collab and put out
Hmm.
stuff. And um like and I think part of the reason of that is that when you're producing, when you're making music, and I'm sitting at home and making tracks,
Yeah.
like generally this music just like kind of exists in my head,
Hmm.
like I don't like I can kind of gauge whether it's a good track or not, but like
Yeah.
you need another set of ears at some point to check something out. Like,
Yeah, you go crazy.
because like, yeah, like that's why also my streaming was nice too, because I'd play tracks like to the crowd that like I had just finished.
Right.
And you could kind of gauge by like the comments and stuff like that. I put out a lot of those tracks, but it was like for the collab stuff, it would be nice. Like some of them, you'd be like, I think this track is done, but I'm not like 100% sure. Like
Right.
it'd be nice to have another set of ears, or like if you want to mess with it, like go ahead and make some tunes with it. Like change it up. Like
Right.
if you like pieces of it and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, I ran into this thing where for a long time I was collabing like right off the bat when I was producing like 5 years ago when I started, 5 or 6 years ago. I,
2018,
I I started I started producing way before that, back on like Fruity Loops and SoundForge and stuff like that, but I didn't really get into like making full track. I was doing like mashups and stuff like that.
Sure. Got to start somewhere. So you were DJing
Yeah,
before producing, though, then.
yeah. I was DJing for a long time before actually like full out like, okay, I need to make some tracks to like get
Right.
to the next level, because
Right.
like
Totally.
I can DJ as much as possible, but there's no way I'm breaking through with like even one or two tracks. Like
Really
you
hard to
need to
do.
make a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I've been trying to not collab as much, because like I need to kind of work on my like solo portfolio kind
Yeah.
of thing. Um, but I still like I still enjoy like where I have some collabs coming out. I did one with Shusky, who's out of San Diego, that comes out in
Oh,
like 2 weeks.
nice.
I have one on Elro coming out. Actually, that one, the one with Shusky, is coming out on Materialism, which is a really dope label.
Yeah.
That's Mahalis Safras's label. And then Rybo from Percomaniacs and Desert Hearts. He and I
Mhm.
have a collab coming out on Elro in like 2 weeks too. I hope those don't come out on the same day. Now that I think about
That's sick, though. I
it.
mean,
Yeah,
you've had
yeah.
consistent collabs. I mean, It's Billy is and Malone are people that you've produced with a lot.
Yeah. So I'm actually for that 3 Points Festival. Malone and I are playing back to back for 3 hours, so that should be fun. Yeah, he's blowing up too. He's playing everywhere, and he's an awesome producer. We had some like, excuse me, we had some good vibers going that did really well. She Lion did really well.
Yeah.
You Beside Me did really well for Club Sweat. Um, and then It's Billy and I. So It's Billy is my boy Billy Flanagan. I knew like a lot of what I was doing, but he's like, he went to school, he went to Icon, he knows everything. So like,
Yeah.
we'd come up with ideas and he could just, any sort of idea that we had, he could express it and put it down like immediately. Whereas even today, like, I'm like, I'd really like a stab here that sounds like this. And then I'm like checking every preset, like literally down arrow on Audio Lab and like
how most producers do it, right?
Yeah, but like every single one, like, and I'm not like smart enough to like heart the ones that like I think could work on other projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it literally starts at like the OSC strings every time or whatever is at the top of
But you know what? Maybe you'll hear something that you didn't hear before, right? Like
well, that's the thing is every one of those every one of those is like sounds different and like every octave sounds different, and it's like where you draw it in and stuff like that. It's like so like half of them you'll be like you'll put it an octave lower and you can't even hear it, and it's like, oh shit, like I gotta go through 30 like 300 preset or like 300 different sounds, and like 150 of them aren't even sounds because they're an octave lower than yeah
production life, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what's up? And thanks for watching that video. You looking for more content now? I got your back. Go to my YouTube channel right now, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on all notifications so you never miss any upcoming exclusive artist interviews, Sherm in the Booth clips, new music, live sets, and more. This is your one-stop shop for everything electronic music. Cheers.